Customer refuses to use ticket system, I'll refuse to assist until they do, by user Nebi. User emailed our support group. It personal engerant his department. Every day that I would like to print using the printer in my office, I have to turn the printer off and restart it to get connected. Today, I am trying to scan, and that trick did not work. The printer tells me that it is not connected to the computer. I am not sure why that is an issue nor why printing is a daily issue. What should I be looking at to correct this? Okay, whatever, should be a simple fix, I'll get one of the lower tier support people to go handle it. I create a request in our help queue and respond via the ticket asking to confirm the location of the printer, the make/model of the printer, etc. We only use Dell/Apple computers. Hi user. Just to confirm. This is the Canon printer in $location? Can you please provide us with the service tag number of your computer? It would be located on a black sticker and is approximately 7 characters in length. Thanks. $OP. Instead of clicking the button in the notification email to open up the queue and chat box, they deleted the default to address and put in my own personal email. An email that is essentially an abandoned inbox. I just so happened to notice it when signing into that account. It is the Canon printer in $location, and there is no black service tag. I respond, via email, that this will be the only communication from me via this channel, and I explained how to properly use the ticket system. Hi user. If responding via email, please do not change who the email goes to. It will automatically add your reply to our request queue, so our entire team is able to see your response. I do not regularly check this inbox, so I sometimes will miss messages that come to it. I use $primary email, this account is just a role account for administrative IT purposes. Alternatively, you can click the View Comments button and it will open the ticket in a new tab of your web browser. I will add these to our notes in the request we've created. All further correspondence should be done via $ticket system. Thanks. $OP. Sure enough, 5 minutes later and we have another email in the same abandoned inbox. $OP. Understood, but I prefer dealing with a person. That way I know that someone is responsible. Like? If anything, the ticketing system keeps us more responsible as it allows the entire team to stay caught up on a ticket so they can pick it up if necessary. Original tech gets sick, has other meetings, etc. At this point I'm not going to respond until they reply via the proper way. They've used the system before. What are we even paying you for? By userit_6. This was probably the most unhinged user I've ever had the joy of supporting, and this was the first time that I ever raised my voice at a customer. This exchange was about 3 years ago now, so some of the timeline and verbiage is not exact. Setup: I was the 24HR on-call support technician for T2 software support that week. Our company has a 24-hour T1 software support team that directly receives calls from customers, and escalates to T2 when it surpasses their knowledge. We also have a good rapport with the T1 guys, so we will sometimes take calls that need a more authoritative hand, such as when a customer is very upset or resistant to advice. We also have a mirroring structure for hardware, with the 24HR T1 call center with an escalation to technician dispatches. Field techs will usually try to do a phone consult before they are dispatched. Also, there are no managers available after hours unless there is an absolute extreme emergency for which there is no precedent of action. During the day, this would have been a "let me get our manager" situation, but in this case, it was on me to just get them back up however I could. The on-call phone rings for me around 11 p.m. T1, hey, 6. Got a really heated customer here. Brief description of the issue: she called me a few hours ago, but she was very adamant that she did not want to troubleshoot with me at the time. I asked her to call me back when she was ready, and she just did. But now she's really hot and demanding to be escalated because her site has been down for so long. She's claiming that we did not help her enough, though I'm not sure how we could have. I'm sorry, but do you mind helping here? Me? Aw shit. Yeah, that's fine. Gathers more information about issue: when did she first call in? T1, first call was 6 p.m., so they've been down for about 5 hours. Me, crap. Okay, I'll handle it. Thanks. Click. I give her a call, and she snatches the phone up before the first ring is over. Me, yes, hello, this is 6-wit. C-word vomiting while I periodically try to interject, why have you taken so long to fix this? We have been down for 5 hours and my manager is breathing down my neck, but you guys have done nothing but waste my time and not respond, and we are paying for 24-hour service and yet you guys don't do shit after hours. Why are we even paying you? Me, ma'am, I do apologize, but we were told you were not able to troubleshoot with us when you initially called. We were ready to assist but did not hear. See, bullshit, I called you 3 times after and you guys did absolutely nothing but tell me it's probably a software issue. Me confused, why yes ma'am? It does indeed to appear to be a software issue. That is why we wanted to attempt to address this with troubleshooting. Regardless, I am here to assist you now and would like to. See, your tech guys don't know anything. I don't know why we pay for this kind of service when you guys don't know shit, and it's about time I'm finally talking to someone who is going to do something. Me, knowing T1 knew exactly what to do and was very knowledgeable. My apologies, ma'am. Let's try troubleshooting now. I attempt to assist her with troubleshooting, and we end up getting stuck in cyclical issues of me asking her to attempt a reset procedure and her getting lost about halfway through. The entire time we are working, she continuously repeats sentiments like those above about how angry and frustrated she is with our procedures and support. She ends up dropping a line about how the field tech wouldn't even attempt to help her, and I pause. Me, ma'am, did you say field tech? When did you talk to a field tech? See, yes. I called the hotline back and they insisted IT sounded like a software issue and couldn't help me, so they hung up on me. I called them back twice and they kept saying they couldn't help but finally escalated me, and then the stupid field tech said the same thing. 2 hours wasted. Me, light bulb moment, ma'am, did you call the hardware hotline? See, well yes, I called the other hotline because the first hotline wouldn't help me and never called me back. I waited for hours and they never called. Me, ma'am, they asked you to call back when you were ready. See, well they should have called me back, so I called the other one and they wasted my time by asking me to do stuff on the machine that didn't even fix IT. Her manager apparently comes down at this point to check on her, so she puts me on speakerphone. We are clicks away from resolving the issue, so I try to drop the issue of who called who, but apparently for her, she now has to double down on trying to throw us under the bus. As I begin talking, she starts ranting over me. At first I let it go, but it started to seem intentional. There would be a pause, so I would start providing instructions. As soon as I started speaking, she would cut in over me talking about how incompetent we all are. For the first time at this job, I start to raise my voice. The customers' complaints were essentially a non-stop stream of consciousness rant that I tried to talk through with the manager occasionally interjecting. The below exchange occurred with all parties overlapping. Me, ma'am, would you please try to do this troubleshooting step I am asking? All I need is for you to click. C finally addresses me. Now look here, I am done with this nonsense and I still cannot believe you have allowed us to be down for so long. Me, I just need you to click final option and we will be done. C, no, see, this is ridiculous because we are paying you guys to support us and your stupid tech. Manager, you said click this, correct? I can. Me, yes, please click that, and ma'am, the previous technician was very competent but you did not call. See, we have been down because your support can't figure out how to. Manager, okay, thank. Me, we have been supporting you this entire time but we cannot support you when you do not. See, why are we even paying you 24-hour support if you don't support us after hours? Me, ma'am, it is almost 1 AM in the morning. We are literally supporting you after hours right this very second. See, you know what I mean. Me, I really do not. Now is your system working or? See, I can't believe that. Me, is the system online? See, how dare you interrupt? Manager with a faint hint of levity, thank you very much company tech support, we are good to go now, you've been great, have a good evening, click. I later confirmed with Hardware T1 that she had indeed called them yelling about why her software was still down. They did everything they could to get her to call Software T1, but finally relented to let the tech take over and confirm she was using the wrong channels. Never had I seen someone so happy, by user Doom Night. I used to work for a satellite television service company as an in-home technician. One day, I went to an elderly gentleman's home to fix his television service. We talked for a while and he even showed me his Game Boy Pocket, in excellent condition, with Tetris and Link's Awakening. He said he played it often to help keep his fingers nimble and his mind sharp. As a gamer myself, I thought this was really cool and impressed he kept it in such great condition all these years. After I fixed his issue, I noticed a box with some unusual earbuds, they looked like hearing aids, and asked him about it. He said he has difficulty with his hearing and those were designed to help with hearing the TV, but he had them for 2 years and never was able to get them working. I asked if I could try and he said sure. After some tinkering, I asked him to put them on. His face just lit up and said he could hear the TV. The look of pure elation on his face moved even my old, craggy heart. He was so thankful, he tried to give me his Gamboe and games as a reward. I expressed my appreciation and politely declined, as I could never take such treasures away from him. It also saddened me that this guy lived alone, and for 2 years, nobody helped this man with something I thought to be fairly simple, but I am glad he now can hear his TV clearly. Why do escalations have to be like pulling teeth? By userit_6. I'll be honest that this is more going to be a rant to get out some of my frustrations, but I feel like this is not a unique experience so others might commiserate. Backstory: I am a level 2 support technician for a company-specific software. Below us is the center, team, that takes calls and handles all hardware, that doesn't require a physical tech, and baseline software troubleshooting. Our tier exists in the middle to handle most escalated issues not related to the actual scripting/programming. Above us is the developer level team that handles that. The role of team is to answer calls from the customer's end, at bare minimum, 1. Gain access to the system via remote access, 2. Gather information about the issue, 3. Attempt, usually pretty thorough, troubleshooting, and 4. Create a case with above information and send an email notification. They then ping us on our chat software and / or call the hotline, and add us to the remote access team via chat ping. We have an immediate escalation. Describes a network issue which can only occur if the customer changes their security or network settings, affects multiple PCs and one server. Me, checks case because we haven't gotten an email. Case, has no info of steps done other than customer reporting nothing has changed. Me, hey team, what about basic troubleshooting step 1, internal issue? Team, customer claims nothing was changed. Me, okay, then what about basic troubleshooting step 2, customer issue? Team, IDK, we asked them to check step 2 but they won't because nothing changed. Me, alright, did you remote in to verify step 1 and 2? Team, the customer says nothing changed, and unrelated task is still working. Me, well if nothing changed then this wouldn't be broken now. And unrelated task does not mean nothing changed. Team, oh. Goes radio silent. Email, finally arrives, still has no info. Me, boss, manager of both teams, can you clarify if team needs to troubleshoot this? Others on team have at least done step 1 and 2 before. Boss, I guess team member doesn't know how to do step 1 and 2. Just log in and deal with it. Me, okay. Team, do we have remote connection to the PCs? Team, not. Me, great. Can you at least add me into the server connection that you are hosting so I can start working on this? Team, 30 minutes of silence. Customer, sends rising temp email with concerns on why our tier has not joined their group call. Me, has not received invitation or notice from team that there is even a group call existing. Boss, 6, why have you not joined the call? Forwards customer email that we were not included on. Team, finally adds me into the server. Me, throws laptop out the window, connects to server and call, checks troubleshooting step 2, confirms issue is at step 2, customer issue, takes screenshot, sends to customer, customer relents, customer resolves issue. Between lack of info from team, customer pushback, and boss pressure, this was 50x more hectic than it needed to be. The Useless Ones, by userincog473. Working in an MSP, and one thing that pisses me off the most is when you take over a client that has internal IT staff and there is this one minion among them that behave just as end users, complaining about what's not working and never doing the basic troubleshooting steps or offering solutions. Imagine getting call from said minion, camera dropped off the network. Me, can you check the Ethernet connection? Internal IT, complains about having to check it. Mentions having to contact camera vendor that installed it. Blames it on changes I remotely made. Day 2, me, did you check the Ethernet connection? Day 3, me, did you check the Ethernet connection? Day 4, internal IT, camera been down few days now, we need this resolve immediately. It was working fine before. Day 5 to 6 I ignore. Day 7, internal IT, I found the cable that connected to the camera, it was label. The cable was unplugged. Above is just one case out of others I have endured. Only if I could digitize my hand to ones and zeros, travel across the www, decasulate, and deliver a blow that upgrades his existence from useless.